Hey everybody, Shakir Inside from ReviewThatPlace.com. This is the quick start video guide to the authorization release section in the RTP Medical Solution software. Okay, first thing is, let's just go ahead and get checked in. All right, after we log into the dashboard, what's going to happen is first thing, remember at the bottom right, you always have the RTP Guardians, who can help you with the how-to guides, support tickets, and the instant chat. Right now, you're going to be able to go to the patient submissions, authorization release, and all the different forms are going to be in here for you to be able to see the step-by-step guides. Okay? Now, after you guys have logged in, let's go ahead and navigate to the authorization release page. Okay? After you guys have gotten there, first, a couple of admin options. The first two admin options is the first is the go to live. This will take you from your dashboard directly to the live authorization release form. The second is the send invite. This is a quick way to share the registration authorization release form via SMS or email. Okay, you're going to just click on which option you want, put the email or fax, and then just send it off. All right. The next section is, or the next thing you want to fill out is the incoming delivery methods. This is going to be your fax number and your email address of how you want other sending practices to send records to you. Okay, so you're going to fill that information out and you're going to press save. All right. The next thing you're going to do is we're going to head over into settings. All right. In settings, you're going to have 4 different options to be able to fill out. The first one is going to be the purpose of visit. These options can be updated, deleted, manipulated. The second one is going to be the authorization of usage, all right, and disclosure. These options can be updated as well. The restrict disclosure options can be updated as well. And then the last thing is going to be the consent that can be updated as well, all right. After these have been updated, all right, what you're going to be able to do is these will dynamically show up on the authorization release form, okay. Now, we're going to just go ahead and navigate right back to the authorization release for a second, and then we're going to go to the live form. Now, the live form, inside of the authorization release module, you want to remember that there are 2 different workflows. One is that you are the sending practice. The second one is somebody else is the sending practice. Okay, so there are workflows for records going out and for records coming in. Okay, so there's just to keep that in mind. There is a lot of different options in here. All right, so better try to keep it as simple as possible. Right, so you have a workflow for sending practice, which is you, and sending practice, which is somebody else. You're receiving records and you're sending records. Those are the only 2 different workflows that we have in here. All right. Now, the first thing that I'm gonna show you is that when you're the sending practice, what are they gonna see and how does it work? You can actually go through here, or the patient can go through here. They can put the submitter information in first, then they put the patient information. Then they're gonna select who's the sending practice. All right. After they've selected that, then they can select how the records will be sent. Okay. So they can either put the fax or the email. Both fax and email will work automated. Okay, so all the fax notifications will get sent automatically from your system. Next is going to be the receiving practice information. Okay, then is going to be what's the options that you customize in the dashboard will show up here for purpose of request, authorization of usage and disclosure, restrict disclosure options, and then the consent. Okay, all those will be custom or dynamic from your dashboard. Last section or the last page is going to be the actual confirmation information. All right, at the very end, they actually have to sign it. All right, after they sign it, they get it. The form is submitted. Now, one main thing to kind of keep in mind is that when somebody has requested this, the receiving practice will actually receive a notification via fax or email saying that, hey, somebody has asked this practice to send you records. We'll notify you when it has been processed. This is the confirmation number, right? And then as you scroll down, you see that the actual authorization release is completely filled out and will be sent to that user. Okay? Now, the next thing is that when that request comes in inside of your module, right, what you're going to see is the records requested. All right, the records requested will give you the option of either you can fax them over yourself, all right, and then come over here and mark as completed. Okay, so that'll mark it as completed manually. Or what you can do is go in here and upload records. You can upload records into this this pop-up, right? And after you have done that, what the notifications will be sent out to both the user, right, and to the receiving practice is this: hey, please see the authorization release request, and the records can be downloaded from here. Okay, so they can travel over to this URL, okay, easily, and go and download the records that we just uploaded from that portal. Okay, so that how they'll be able to do that is that they'll go to that URL, and that URL will take them to download documents. They put the confirmation number in there, the patient birthday to confirm, and then they go through the workflow to download the records. Okay, now the next option that we're gonna have to take a look at, all right, is that if you are the receiving practice, right? So what we're gonna do is that you're gonna be the submitter. You're gonna put the user will put the submitter information. They'll say, hey, this is the patient information, and then somebody else is gonna send the records, right, to you. All right, so somebody else is gonna send the records to you. They're gonna click on next, and then the system will actually send an automated authorization release form, right, to them. All right, so they can select on email, whether it's an email or by fax. All right, they'll click on next. They can click what the sending practice information is now, right? They click on next, authorization release. These options will populate dynamically directly from your dashboard, just like they did before. All right, the same exact way. Then they're gonna see the consent here. The last option they'll see is this form. All right, they can sign it and they can send it off. Okay. Now, after this form has been sent off, right? In here, what it'll come as is request sent. So one of the big benefits in both modules is that when these authorizations are sent, you can actually track them and you can see if they were received or not. So it's not that you're just sending them out in your fax and then I don't know if I got them or not, right? These are sent out and then you can actually keep a track on them. You can also send them reminders as well, which I'll show you in a couple of minutes here. All right. Now, what they are going to receive, right, is an email or a fax saying that, hey, okay, you have please see the attached authorization request, and then you see that the request is there, right? And then you can see that they'll send you, they have a URL, and then to upload the records here. All right, they can upload the records here, or on the request, if you have put your information, right, it'll say send records via, okay, your fax number, your email address, right, or the portal. Okay, so you have all those three different options that'll be customized on the authorization release. Okay. Now, if they go to the portal and they upload the record, so it's easy as 1, 2, 3. So they'll go to the portal, they put the information in, right? They get logged in, and then they'll be able to get the information submitted over to you. All right. Now, if they upload from the portal, it'll say records are available. So what you'll be able to do is easily click on this, click on the view records, and then download the files, right? Just as easy as that. After you've downloaded those files, you just click on mark completed, and that's the end of the of that workflow. Okay, so for both sending and receiving, right? Really simple. Just have to keep in mind in what the terminology that we're using for the statuses. At any time, if you need any help, just remember that you can always click over here to the RTP Guardians, right? Click on the patient submissions, all right? And then in the authorization release. Okay, a couple of other options that you have is that the outgoing delivery method, where it's going, right? Whether that's the sending practice or the receiving practice in the workflow, that method can be quickly updated. And then this is the same way that you can actually update it and then resend the request. Okay. The next thing is going to be your view records, right? You can download the records there. You can resend the notification. You can click on the PDF, okay, where you can download the PDF of the authorization release, all right, and you can mark it as mark the record as completed, okay. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy to be able to use this software. It's sometimes it might just take a little bit of trial and error. Remember, we're always here to help you, okay? One last thing. On the form, there is an option for not sure, that they don't know what's the information in that for them. So what you can do there is actually, it'll say update delivery method. You can click on this, the actual authorization release, which it'll show you, right? And then you can maybe you can look up the number, or you can update the number in here yourself. Okay, so those are the workflows inside of the authorization release. All right, watch this video a couple times before you can understand it. You guys can call us. We can always help you as well. All right, thank you so much. And remember, if you guys are using the software, you're liking the software, please share it with your friends and your other colleagues by refer a practice. You can just put the SMS in the email, and it will send them the information for this practice. Remember, 1 month, you get 1 month free for every person that you refer to us. Okay, thank you so much again. All right.